Welcome back at 6:43. Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard with a check of your hump day forecast.
It's hump day and it feels like it. We are going to see that summertime forecast once again today, 92 degrees. Once we get past lunchtime, then we're tracking storm chances. So as you're headed out the door, grab the rain jacket, grab the umbrella. You might need it on your way home from work or school later today. Current conditions sitting in the 70s for most of us, which doesn't actually feel too bad compared to where we could be. We have a westerly wind heading into this mess of storms over in southern Alabama right now, moving toward the Panhandle. We do have a couple of little scattered showers in Terrebonne Parish, but the bulk of rain is from this disturbance that is almost a tropical system looking. It is tropical in nature, but it's not a tropical depression, not a tropical storm. It's just moving inland now. So going to bring heavy rain to those panhandle areas. It's moving away from us though, which is great news because most of the heavy rain will be pushing out. For us, we see some scattered showers still in the afternoon, and we could see a storm or two. So this is what I'm watching today, especially those North Shore areas. We might have to watch for heavy rain, gusty winds, lightning, but these will be typical of our summertime afternoon storms. Thursday, we start off dry. We'll see some scattered showers and downpours across the area through the afternoon. And again on Friday, starting off dry, we'll see some scattered showers coming into play later in the day. We'll taper off the rain chances because of this. 60% today with those storms more likely. And not just North Shore areas. We could see those on the South Shore as well. So watching for pockets of heavy rain. 40% Thursday, Friday, and then 30% Saturday and Sunday. But look at the temperatures. We're going to be heating up. 92 today, 94 Thursday, Friday, 96 Saturday and Sunday. A little heat wave for the weekend. In the tropics, we're tracking Tropical Storm Erin. This is a 45-mile-per-hour sustained wind right now in the latest advisory as of 4 a.m. Moving to the west at 20 miles per hour. You can see the center here. It's a little lopsided. There is some wind shear, dry air battling it out there, which is why we don't really see it strengthening to a hurricane until it gets to the end of this week. Category 1 hurricane by early Friday morning, and then quickly strengthening after that. It will move into a more favorable conditions. Major hurricane by the middle parts of the weekend. And if you look at the southern side of this track, could see some impacts to the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, ultimately the Bahamas we'll have to watch for. But the majority of guidance here indicating a northward turn, recurving around high pressure at some point. The question will be, when does this high start to weaken? It is directing the system westward now. The high that is over the east coast will move over us, and that brings us the heat this weekend. And then you see a low coming down across eastern Canada. When this gateway opens, this high weakening and that low coming down, that's when it'll try to grab it. But we have so many features here that we are depending on falling in place at the right time. So as this is still more than 7 days out, we got to watch for the Bahamas, for the east coast of the U.S. I think we'll see a landfall, not necessarily on the east coast, but we'll have to watch how close it can get before it recurves around this area of high pressure. But the steering looks favorable for us. I don't see really Gulf impacts with this system. Typically, our first hurricane occurs August 11th. Our first major hurricane doesn't occur until September 1st, so that will be earlier than we would on average see that form. National Hurricane Center is showing a little area of low pressure near Belize right now that's going to pass into the Bay of Campeche through the rest of this week. That has a very low chance of tropical formation. I think mainly just a plume of moisture. Maybe we see a tropical depression or a short-lived tropical storm spin up there. But for us, because that high pressure is moving over us, which is heating us up this weekend, it's going to steer anything over to the west. So Mexico, southern Texas. If we do see a depression or maybe a short-lived tropical storm, the name would be Fernand for that.
So we have two just hot days smashed, I should say, in between all this rain and rain chances.
Exactly, but we'll take it because that high right over us keeps anything going around.
And I will say in the meantime, you get a little sprinkle or maybe a rain shower earlier in the afternoon, and then by later in the evening, it's been so bearable. I call it bearable, not nice. It's been bearable.
Yeah, well, because you have the lingering clouds that help block out that sunshine, and then the rain cools things off for us. And we'll still see some rain each day. It's just not going to be that widespread coverage. I think today's our best chance to see some stronger storms, and we'll have to watch for heavy rain with that.
Awesome news for all those parents who have to be back out on the football fields. What other sports picking back up this time of year? Soccer.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it'll be hot for that, especially the kids playing on those teams during the weekend, but at least we'll be dry.
All right, Christy Coleman, we got to get through the school day before we can talk about after school and weekend activities first.